we now know it's not just the T cell suppression, which was my first go-to. In fact, when I compiled my talk to say the dangers of messenger RNA vaccines, I had a list of 10 ways they could either induce or prevent cancer from being controlled. I mean, it's quite extraordinary. And you've heard of the contamination issue.
Yes.
Well, the first thing about the contamination issue is everyone who looks at seems to find SV40, which is an oncogenic sequence that was present in a polio vaccine, which you'd have thought after all those years they would have been able to make.
SV is simian virus 40.
Simian virus 40, and it can induce. In fact, we use that in the laboratory to induce tumours in mice, so you can then test anti-tumor drugs, etc.
In other words, it's a booster for cancer. It encourages it.
Indeed. And then we find that it binds to well-known suppressor genes. P53 BRCA, I mean, BRCA, people with breast and ovarian, even prostate now, they all know BRCA because they have it tested. And another thing called MSH, which is involved in early colorectal. Now, this is where the colorectal gets very interesting. These suppressor genes, basically, their job is super policemen. So if a cancer does start to form in your bowel, these suppressor genes will basically regulate it and suppress it and switch it off. And if you have a natural mutation in one of those genes, the cancer you would normally expect to get at 70 or 80 will occur at 30 to 40. We know that. People with BRCA know that. Their ovarian cancers and breasts occur at 40, 50, as opposed to 80 if they didn't have these mutations. So here you are injecting everybody with a virus that has the equivalent of having a mutation in your suppressor genes. Now can you see why I am so horrified at the potential long-term implications of this and why we should ban these immediately? I mean,